and welcome to Wild Tilly's Velvet Place. I'm Tilly Poppers and I'm quite excited for today's story. It's a bit more interesting than the previous one. Let's start. The day began with gentle but persistent mission of waking me up. Mom was already up and someone else was too. Someone important enough for us to head to the railway station that early morning. The plan was simple. A quick drop at the station before the day properly began. We reached, waited, and waited some more. The platform carried that usual morning stillness, half awake announcements, distant rumble of tracks, and people checking their watches every few minutes. Finally, at 8:30, the train arrived. A short goodbye, a seat taken inside the coach, and just like that, the train pulled away. As we stepped out of the station, the sky had its own timing. Just as we were leaving, rain suddenly began to fall. That kind that appears without warning. Like the clouds had decided something at the really very last moment. By the time we reached home, it stopped completely, as if nothing had happened. The rest of the morning was dedicated to my English exam preparation. Or at least that's what it looked like. Books were open, pages were turning, pens were moving. Whether actual studying was happening or just a very convincing performance, well, that remains a mystery. Suddenly, around 11 am, the sky turned strange. Not night dark, but a deep grey that didn't belong to that hour of the morning. Lightning streaks became visible across the sky, sharp, bright lines cutting through the clouds. And to be honest, it just felt like Stranger Things. People all across the town stepped onto their terraces, watching the sky like spectators waiting for a show to begin. And on my terrace, just one person was there, watching the storm and doing something no one would probably expect in that kind of weather. I was riding my skateboard. Proudly. I've noticed that me and my skateboard's timing has been always kind of unexpected type. Yes, while the wind roared and sky flashed with lightning, there I was, rolling back and forth across the terrace as if the storm itself had turned into my background music. And then, the moment everyone had been waiting for finally arrived. The clouds opened and rain came down furiously as if the sky had been holding a grudge all morning and decided to pour every single drop of it on the earth. It rained hard, loud, and wild. But the day wasn't finished surprising us. Sometime after 3:30, something unexpected appeared again. Sunlight. Just a little thin, soft rays slipping through the clouds. Not bright, not blazing, just enough to make the wet world sparkle. The roads were still soaked, puddles covering the terrace, and the faint sunlight reflected off them like the scattered mirrors. And in those reflections, tiny rainbow colors shimmered. At that moment, I was desperately searching for just one thing. Guess what? A rainbow! What else could it be? Because this kind of weather, wet roads, soft sunlight, quiet air, is my favorite kind, to be honest. I kept looking at the sky again and again, hoping to catch those 7 colors stretching across it, but unfortunately, the rainbow never showed up. After that, the day slowly settled into normalcy, nothing dramatic, nothing chaotic, just the peaceful calm that comes after a terrifying storm. In the evening, I cooked some noodles with my cousin and we ate them happily, completely satisfied with a small victory of a warm meal on a rainy day. And finally, after following my usual night routine, I fell straight into my bed. What a calm day!